Mummification was a crucial practice in ancient Egypt as it was believed that the preservation of the body was necessary for the survival of the soul in the afterlife. The process of mummification was a complex and lengthy one, involving various steps and rituals. First, the body was washed with water from the Nile River, and then the internal organs were removed through a small incision made in the left side of the body. The brain was also removed by inserting a hook through the nostrils and pulling it out. The organs were then placed in jars called canopic jars, which were typically 4 in number and represented the 4 sons of Horus. The body was then covered in natron, a type of salt, and left to dry for up to 40 days. After this, the body was wrapped in linen bandages, with amulets placed between the layers of bandages to protect the body in the afterlife. The wrapped body was then placed in a coffin and buried in a tomb along with various grave goods, including food, clothing, and other items. Mummification was a costly process and was typically reserved for members of the elite and royalty. However, there were also simpler methods of mummification available for those who could not afford the full process. These methods involved simply drying out the body using a mixture of sand and resin. Mummification played a significant role in Egyptian religion and culture and was believed to be essential for achieving eternal life in the afterworld. It is a testament to the ingenuity and advanced knowledge of the ancient Egyptians and continues to fascinate people today. The beliefs surrounding mummification in ancient Egypt were based on the idea that the soul, or ka, needed to recognize and return to the body in the afterlife in order for the deceased to continue their existence. It was believed that the preservation of the body through mummification would help ensure that the ka would recognize the body and be able to reanimate it in the afterlife. The process of mummification was performed by specialized priests known as embalmers. These individuals were highly skilled and were trained in the various rituals and techniques involved in the process. They were also responsible for overseeing the burial of the mummified body in the tomb. In addition to the physical preparation of the body, there were also various rituals and ceremonies associated with mummification. These included the recitation of spells and prayers, the placement of amulets and other objects with the body, and the use of various offerings and incense. Mummification was a highly respected practice in ancient Egypt and was considered an important part of the burial process. It was believed to help ensure the continued existence of the deceased in the afterlife, as well as to provide a means of communication with the gods. Today, the process of mummification continues to fascinate people around the world. Mummies have been discovered in various parts of the world, but none are as famous or as well preserved as those from ancient Egypt. These mummies offer a unique glimpse into the culture and beliefs of this ancient civilization and continue to be studied by scholars and researchers today. Over time, the practice of mummification evolved and became more complex. In the New Kingdom period, for example, the heart was left inside the body as it was believed to be the center of intelligence and emotion. Instead, a heart scarab amulet was placed on the chest of the mummy to protect the heart in the afterlife. In addition to human mummies, animals were also mummified in ancient Egypt. This included cats, dogs, and even crocodiles, which were considered sacred in certain regions of Egypt. The discovery of Tutankhamun's tomb in 1922 by British archaeologist Howard Carter sparked a renewed interest in ancient Egyptian mummies. The well-preserved body of the young pharaoh, along with the elaborate burial treasures found in his tomb, captured the public's imagination and inspired a wave of popular interest in ancient Egypt. Today, mummies and other artifacts from ancient Egypt are displayed in museums around the world, and new discoveries continue to shed light on the beliefs, practices, and daily life of this ancient civilization. In conclusion, mummification was a complex and highly revered practice in ancient Egypt, serving both practical and spiritual purposes. The preservation of the body was essential for achieving eternal life in the afterworld, and the rituals and ceremonies associated with mummification played an important role in ensuring the continued existence of the deceased. The legacy of mummification continues to fascinate and inspire people today, providing a window into the rich and complex culture of ancient Egypt. Despite the incredible advancements of modern medicine and technology, the process of mummification remains a fascinating and elusive mystery. While much is known about the physical process of mummification, there are still many questions surrounding the religious and cultural beliefs that underpin this ancient practice. In recent years, advances in non-invasive imaging techniques such as computed tomography, CT, scanning have allowed researchers to study mummies without damaging or disturbing them. These techniques have revealed new insights into the health, lifestyle, and even the clothing of ancient Egyptians. Furthermore, the study of mummies has not only helped to unlock secrets of ancient Egyptian civilization but also yielded valuable information about human history and evolution. For example, the analysis of DNA from ancient Egyptian mummies has provided insights into genetic diversity and disease prevalence in ancient populations. However, despite the many benefits and advances in the study of mummies, there are also ethical considerations to be taken into account. The desecration of ancient burials, as well as the removal and study of human remains, can be seen as disrespectful to the dead and their cultural practices. In recent years, there has been a growing movement towards repatriation, which involves the return of cultural artifacts and human remains to their place of origin. This movement recognizes the importance of respecting the beliefs and traditions of the past and ensuring that these artifacts and remains are treated with dignity and respect. In conclusion, the study of mummies and the practice of mummification provide a fascinating glimpse into the beliefs, practices, and daily life of ancient Egypt. While the physical process of mummification is well understood, there is still much to learn about the cultural and religious significance of this ancient practice. As we continue to study mummies and other artifacts from ancient civilizations, we must also be mindful of the ethical considerations involved and strive to ensure that these remains are treated with the respect and dignity they deserve. In addition to the ethical considerations, there are also challenges associated with the preservation and conservation of mummies. The conditions in which mummies are stored and displayed can affect their physical condition, and exposure to light, humidity, and other environmental factors can cause deterioration over time. To address these challenges, museum curators and conservators must carefully manage the storage and display of mummies and other ancient artifacts. This involves creating controlled environments, such as low light and low humidity environments, to minimize damage and ensure long-term preservation. Furthermore, advances in digital technology have also opened up new opportunities for the study and analysis of mummies without the need for physical access. For example, 3D scanning and printing techniques have allowed researchers to create accurate replicas of mummies and other artifacts, enabling more detailed study and analysis. The study of mummies continues to be a vital area of research and discovery, providing insights into the lives and beliefs of ancient civilizations and shedding light on the origins of human history. While there are challenges and ethical considerations associated with the study and preservation of mummies, these artifacts are a valuable and irreplaceable part of our cultural heritage that must be protected and preserved for future generations to study and appreciate. In conclusion, the practice of mummification in ancient Egypt was a complex and highly revered process that played a crucial role in their beliefs and culture. Despite the many centuries that have passed since the last mummies were made, the legacy of this practice continues to fascinate and inspire people all over the world. From providing valuable insights into ancient Egyptian civilization to unlocking new knowledge about human evolution, the study of mummies remains an important area of research and discovery. As we continue to learn more about this ancient practice, it is important that we approach it with respect and care, ensuring that these invaluable artifacts are preserved for generations to come. Through ongoing research and conservation efforts, we can continue to unlock the secrets of the past and deepen our understanding of the rich and complex tapestry of human history. In conclusion, the mummification process practiced by ancient Egyptians was a remarkable testament to their advanced knowledge of science, medicine, and spirituality. The legacy of this ancient practice has inspired countless generations and continues to be a source of fascination and intrigue. Through the use of modern technology and scientific advancements, researchers are uncovering new insights into the lives and beliefs of the ancient Egyptians. It is essential that we continue to treat these artifacts with the utmost respect and care, recognizing their value not just as historical objects, but as deeply meaningful cultural artifacts. By doing so, we can ensure that the study of mummies and the practice of mummification remains a vital and meaningful pursuit for generations to come.